Hi guys. I just wanted to go over our scheduling with you guys because it's kind of changed since the beginning of the year, just as we've gotten to know each other better and kind of adjusted our schedule for what works for everybody in the class. So currently, what we've been doing is meeting in the mornings inside. Most of the time, every once in a while, we meet outside, but typically inside. So let me know what you guys think about that. Would you rather meet outside in the mornings, weather permitting, or do you prefer to meet inside? Just let me know what you guys think about that. I'd be curious to know. But so after we play inside for a couple minutes, I give them a 5 minute warning, and I that we're gonna have cleanup time and get ready to go outside. So 5 minutes, guys, and it's time to clean up. And then after the 5 minutes, we turn on our cleanup song and we put our toys away, do potty breaks, wash our hands, get our shoes on, and get lined up to go outside. And then we do a couple lineup routines, just a couple fun songs that we sing to get in the mode of lining up and being ready to go outside. And then we talk about whether or not we have a preschool line. Um, and if our line is straight and we're ready to go outside, then we do mousy mousy, 1, 2, 3. Who will be as quiet as can be? We shall see. Um, and then that gets them going with, ooh, I want it to be me. And so they're eager to be the quietest one on our way out to the playground. And we also talk about walking feet. Walking feet the whole way. We need walking feet. Where are our walking feet? And then the whole way out, we just talk about walking feet. And then when they get to the playground, they can just go play with anything they want. And they do some amazing things on the playground. We have play food outside and pots and pans. And so they will take the play food and the pots and pans and rocks and grass and make soup. Or they will play with loose boards and build stuff, or they'll play with big rocks and build stuff. They do some really, really cool things out there. So it's really a big learning opportunity for us. And then after we're done playing outside, we get back in line and do our lineup routine again to go inside. And then as soon as we go inside, they know wash hands, potty breaks, shoes off, and then get ready for circle time. They get their mats and they go sit in circle time. Circle time is very brief. It's just a time for us to gather together and get ready to start our day. We sing a couple songs about their names, practicing learning how to spell their names and what their names look like. And then they take turns standing up and saying what their name is and promising to be a good friend today, which is just a good start to our day. They've owned that. I promise to be a good friend today. So we can take that throughout the day as problems arise and remember that, and figure out how do we be a good friend? What does that look like? Um, After that, we sing a song about the ABCs, a fun non-traditional ABC song. And I will video them singing that sometime because it's a really fun song. It's really cute to watch. Um, After we do our ABC song, that's circle time, that's it. Sometimes we'll talk about the weather, sometimes we'll throw in different things just depending on how they're doing, but typically it's very brief and that's okay. It just gets our day started. Then they put their mats away and they wash their hands. They put their mats away and then we sing a fun airplane song. And after the airplane song, they go wash their hands. If anybody needs a potty break at that time, they do potty break. And then it's time for snack. And snack time is another good learning opportunity because, manners, table manners, helping each other out, setting the table, cleaning up after snack, all sorts of good things we learn during snack time. After snack time, we clean up from snack. We then do craft time. So that's the time that I would get out, or sorry, after snack, after snack they have a little amount of free time. Just a break from sitting at the table to get up and play. And during free time, um, they can get everything in the room out. We're going to have to clean it up at the end, so it's kind of a good learning opportunity for them to learn, you know, I can take every toy out, but I'm going to be the one to clean it up. But there's no limit to how many toys they can get out during free time, because I want them to take the blocks to the kitchen and make soup out of blocks. And I want them to take the food to the blocks and build a restaurant and have their food in the restaurant. And I want them to take cars and bring it over to the dress up area, or all sorts of things they can do when they have the freedom to move their stuff around. So that's their time to be 100% creative. We have another time in the day when they're limited on how much they can get out, but during free time they can get out all of the toys if they want. And luckily we don't have a ton of stuff, so even if they do get everything out, it's not super overwhelming. We can get it all cleaned up without feeling frustrated or overwhelmed. So after their free time, then it's craft time, and I had talked about just doing craft time as being like I have the art supplies out and they can go do the crafts, but they do really good sitting down. This group of kids does really well with that. In the past, it has worked better for me to just let them do the crafts as they want to, but these guys love to sit down at the table together and work together on the craft. And we are learning so many cool things during craft time, not just about crafts and being creative and fine motor skills, but we're also learning to work together. And some of the crafts that we've been working on, it's encouraging them to work together and help each other out and think about others and all sorts of cool things that I hope they are gaining from these activities. After craft, they go put their art project in their backpack, and then we clean up. And then that's another free time, but it doesn't last as long. The morning one is a little bit longer. This one is just a break between what we're going to do next, which is our large group. So they do free time, and then as I see them starting to lose interest in free time, I will start to set up my large group activity, which might be Play-Doh or a book or a game. And then eventually they all start to gather in because they want to see what's going on. After we do large group for a while, or after the game is done, I will start to break some of them out of large group and into small groups. So I might say, oh, and I've noticed you've been wanting to play with the blocks today. Would you like to find a friend that you would think would like to join you and go over and do blocks with them for a while? And so then Owen might go do that, and then I'll just start to encourage them into different areas, and picking a friend that they think they could work good together with. And then as they start to lose interest in the small groups, or as they start to finish up with their activity, we'll pull them out to do individual works where they would get something off the shelf and go find a spot and quietly work on that. And while they're doing that, I would shut off the lights, just have our lamps on so it's cozy, and then I turn on quiet music, and it just kind of starts to slowly calm us down in the mode for what's to come later, which is quiet time. So after we do our individual works, and that is when they can only have one activity out at a time. So once we're done with that, they clean up the activity they're working on, and then we turn the lights back on and we do lunchtime. After we're cleaned up from lunch, that is when we go outside. So we clean up from lunch, we do our potty breaks, wash hands, and we do our lineup routine again and get ready to go outside. Go outside with the lights off. Before we leave to go outside, the lights are all turned off, curtains are closed, quiet music is on. Then when we come back in from playing outside, it's time to brush teeth, wash hands, go potty. and do yoga and read a book. And then after that, we get out our nap mats and they have quiet time. And some of them sleep for a half hour, or some of them have quiet time for a half hour. After a half hour, I let them get up if they haven't fallen asleep and work on an activity. Those that have fallen asleep, I let them sleep for an hour. And let me know how each one of you feels about that. If you would like them to sleep longer, not as long, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. Once everybody's awake, we do journaling. And journaling is a really, really, really cool part of our day.